Alright guys, we got the Fiero started for the first time in a year. I am a terrible example of how to treat a classic car, but it's been sitting here for a year since I moved, and haven't really touched it, so it's very dirty and been sitting a while. You'll see in the startup footage I just filmed, some water came out of the exhaust because it's been sitting in condensation so long, so you'll see that start up in just a second. But I'm going to walk you through things you want to do with a Fiero specifically if it's been sitting outside or in storage at all and outside at any point. Basically, there's two places to be careful of. The engine on these, behind the engine, in front of the engine, behind the rear window, leaves can get in there. There was originally on the cars, there was a piece of rubber there to stop things from getting down in there, but they found that could cause some issues, so they removed it on the later models, so there is no seal there. So leaves can get down in there, and then they land on the rear exhaust manifold, and then if they just sit there, if you're just sitting still, they can light on fire, the leaves, and then cause issues. So you basically want to make sure you clean out any leaves. Go reach behind there, clean out any leaves before you start it, make sure there's no leaves. These grills, they catch a lot of leaves, so it's good to clean those out before you really start driving it as well, so the heat can get out. So leaves can be a big issue with this. You don't want to create the stereotype of Fieros catching fire any more than they do. So clean up the leaves. The other place, which is kind of common with a lot of vehicles, is up front here. There is the resistor for the AC controls, so the different fan speeds. So those resistors go into the air ducts, but if the car has been sitting at all, there's creatures can get in there and put stuff by those resistors. So when the resistor heats up, if you have it on one of the lower fan speeds, the resistor heats up and then catches fire. So if you haven't cleaned it out yet, it's a good idea to pull it out, clean what's in there. If you don't do that, just at least unplug it for a while until you do have a chance to go in there and clean it out. But I'll try to see if I can show you where that resistor is. So there is the blower motor and the resistor. Try to see if I can see it. So right here is the blower motor, and then over here is the connector that would be normally plugged in there. So you want to pull out those two screws, one up top, one on the bottom, and then remove that, clean out inside there just to make sure nothing's gonna catch on fire when it heats up, because those resistors do heat up. So just unplug it if you're not going to be sure. Those are two things to look out for when you store a Fiero outside, or store a Fiero at all. Even inside, I'd worry about the resistors. So I'll let you watch the startup video now. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button as well as the subscribe button in the center. Otherwise, check out one of my other two videos.